Hello everyone, my name is Dara Rath and I'm the pastor at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. And each week I bring you a story that sometimes they're funny and sometimes they give you something to think about. So this story today is written by, let me see now, I'll tell you. It's an anonymous story actually, and it's in a Guidepost magazine. So, let's look at a story of a man who put his gratitude into action and as a result touched many lives. His name was Dusan Bernick. Dusan, like millions of other immigrants to North America, was grateful to be part of a new land. He had escaped from Yugoslavia by crossing to Austria and then making his way to New York City. And there he went to school in his off hours to earn a degree in hotel management. Eventually, he was able to open a fine restaurant. It bothered Dusan to see so many unemployed young people on the streets of New York City with nothing to do and no place to go. And out of his gratitude for his life in America, he decided to help by teaching some of the youth how to cook. As Dusan said, "This country has been good to me. I want to give something back." He started by inviting poor and disadvantaged youth into his kitchen to learn how to prepare and serve fine cuisine. For years, he taught the students in small groups. Soon, community service agencies, high school counselors, and various churches and schools throughout the city began referring students to him. He taught them how to chop and puree and carve and blend and dice and slice and cook everything from duck and oysters to made-from-scratch pasta and raspberry tarts. They learned garniture, the art of adding special touches and trimmings to beautiful dishes. They also learned about restaurant sanitary procedures and about timing, coordination, and serving. In other words, Dusan taught them what they needed to know to get paying jobs in hotels and restaurants anywhere. Dusan's wife Nada also trained at a hotel school, but she used her talents to teach handicrafts and sewing to blind and deaf persons in nursing centers and schools. Dusan and Nada were not particularly interested in accumulating money. Rather, they wanted to show their gratitude by helping others. And finally, out of this gratitude, Dusan started the Tree of Life Foundation to help fight poverty, not only in the United States, but in other nations. An attitude of gratitude is something we can develop if we consciously cultivate it. Some people create gratitude lists to keep them focused on their blessings, for they know that the more focused they are and the more positive in their life, the less energy they have to focus on the negatives. There are so many ways that we can help people in our current area and perhaps in the area where you live. For example, my current passion is our local hospital, the foundation, and the staff. We're all working so hard that we can keep this hospital and perhaps even expand it in the future, as our area is growing by leaps and bounds. My hobby is sewing. I love to sew. And so each staff member who comes to the hospital, I make them a tote bag. And sometimes I make the cosmetic bags. And this is just a little something to bring some joy to their lives and show my appreciation for all that they do. We're very supportive also of the Hospital Foundation and any of the activities that they become involved in doing fundraising for the hospital. We recently have acquired enough money to put in a CAT scan into our small rural hospital. And so those are just some of the small things that I do. I'm sure there are other things that you are passionate about, and so I encourage you to give back, to pay forward. So that's the story for today. Thanks for taking 5, and blessings on your day.